Hello, Vikings. Today, we're going to show you guys how to do a SAP Appeal. If you receive a notification that your financial aid has been suspended due to your satisfactory academic progress, this will help you get through the appeal and know what we are looking for. The first thing you would need to do is log into your Viking portal. Under Tasks, you should have your checklist item that says that you need to do a reinstatement or an extension. You can copy and paste the link in your task to a different tab. Navigate to this link. Once you get there, you'll see this here. If you have nothing that you have to do that is already on your file, this might all be blank, but if you have stuff to do, they may have other items here. From here, you will click Manage Requests. To add an SAP Appeal, you will click the plus button next to the SAP Appeal. In the box, you will type in your reason for requesting your SAP Appeal. It can be short and brief, as it will just be to open the appeal. Click Submit. Once you submit that, you will get a pop-up saying your request has been created. After, you should see a box where your SAP Appeal is now available to work on. You will click the circle with 2 tasks left. It will then bring up these 2 black boxes, letting you know which items that you need to complete. You can click on the first one that says SAP Appeal. It will guide you to a web form, and it will have this Fill Out button here. Now, it's important when you start doing your appeal that you determine which factors of satisfactory academic progress you are not meeting. So if you go back to your Viking portal and click Academic Records, you could download your unofficial transcripts to check on your status and grades. Once it's done, it will pop up your unofficial transcript with all the grades you received while you're here at LBCC. So this will help you determine kind of what your GPA is and such. You could also come back to your Viking portal and click the Financial Aid tile to check on your SAP status. You will want to make sure that you're on the right aid year at the top. So we have 2 different types of appeals that you need to complete. The appeal for reinstatement would be involving your GPA or completion ratio or both. The appeal for extension would be just involving your maximum time frame. So that's how many units you've taken. So those have 2 different requirements on what to complete. So you'll need to determine before you start filling this out which requirements you're not meeting, so you know how to best fill out the appeal. So in this case, I'm going to walk you through doing a reinstatement appeal. So for the reinstatement, you'll need to go back to your appeal and hit the Fill Out button. It gives you clear instructions on what you need to do for a reinstatement and then for extension. So we'll be doing a reinstatement appeal, and we'll need to explain our non-passing grades and then provide documentation and an education plan from our counselor. So this is the full instructions. It is very important to read this before doing your appeal and hit Continue. It will have your first name, last name, and your phone number. You'll just want to verify that that's correct and then click Continue. You will then type your narrative here of your non-passing grades for each semester. This student had passing grades each semester until they got to the fall 2022 semester. So they would only need to explain that semester. If you have multiple semesters, you will need to address each semester one by one. We are looking for reasonings that were out of your control. So like medical emergencies, car accidents, loss of job, things like that were out of your control. Things that were more in your control, like time management and stuff like that, we are not able to accept as a reasoning for non-passing grades. So it is very important to try to be as detailed as possible and make sure you address each semester. Once you are done with your narrative, you will check the box that you will provide supporting documentation since you are doing a reinstatement appeal. You will then press Continue. If you have nothing to change, you will then e-sign the document at the bottom with your PIN number. You can create one or reset it if you do not know it. Once you e-sign it, a pop-up box will appear that you need to provide supporting documentation. It will then redirect you back to these black boxes again, and in these black boxes you will be able to see what else you have to do. This one is asking for supporting documentation, so you want to upload your supporting documentation. If you have it on your computer already saved, you could upload from here. If you don't have it saved yet, you may need to send yourself pictures, or if you're able to log in on your phone, you could screenshot pictures from your phone and do it that way as well. From there, it will go ahead and pop up here asking if the document is okay. If so, you can push Use. It will ask you, would you like to add anything else? You could add as much documentation as you would like. Once you're done, you will select No. Then it will allow you to submit this part of the appeal. You can then start working on the second part of the appeal. Click Supplemental Info 2025-2026 LBCC SAP Appeal Form. You can download the form you need to complete. You will need to fill in the information required on this form. Now, you can definitely do it from your computer. However, at the very bottom of the form, you will have to sign the form by hand. So if you do not know how to do that on the computer, you will need to print this form out and submit it by paper. You will want to address the circumstances as you did in the web form that you had to type in. If you need extra space, you could type it on a separate document and attach it with your appeal. When you get to the second page, you want to fill out your name and student ID number again on top. And then it's going to ask you a second question that you have not addressed yet. How has your situation improved and how you're going to be successful in your courses moving forward? You need to write down here any changes or supports you now have to demonstrate to us of what is going on that's going to allow you to be successful now. After that, you'll want to go to the submission checklist and check off all the things you have completed. Then it will ask you if you lost your fee waiver and if you want to be reviewed with your SAP Appeal. You could always check on your Viking portal if you have the fee waiver for the semester you are appealing. You will then want to sign the document at the bottom. You will need a signature done by hand. Typed signatures will not be allowed. You will then want to save it to your computer so you can upload it. If you weren't able to complete it on your computer, you will want to print the form and fill it out. Once you are done, you will submit pictures of both pages of the form. You will want to upload it to your appeal. It will show you a copy of what you have submitted, and you want to make sure that everything is listed on here is correct. If you need to change anything, you're going to need to change it before you submit it. Make sure your signature is also showing up clearly. You can then add any extra pages you need to. Once you're done, you will click No. You will then need a copy of your education plan for your appeal. It is important that you have met with a counselor in the last 6 months. In your Viking portal, you will want to click the Student Service icon. You will then click on My ED Plan Degree Planner. It will pull up your education plan. From there, you can click the path actions to print it and print it as a PDF to your computer. You can then upload your degree planner to your SAP Appeal. Please make sure that this is an accurate degree planner for your current academic goal. You can then click Use. Then click No. You will then be able to submit this portion of the appeal. You will then hit Finish to submit the full appeal. From there, please allow 4 to 6 weeks for us to review it. We will notify you via email about our decision or if we need further documents. Thank you for taking time to go through these steps. Have a nice day.